Hi, Facebook family. How are you? Come on in, have a seat. You can sit as close to each other as you want because we're social distancing to the max here. So I just want to let you know this is Comic Spot. That's where this Army veteran, yeah, I know it's hard to believe because I'm so feminine. This this Army veteran here vets out veterans of comedy. And that's exactly what you have here tonight. You got a veteran of Chicago comedy. Let me read you the bio she wrote, the intro, because I don't steal people's words. Give her credit for her own intro. Comedian Mantrise is here. Mantrise Heron. She's one of Chicago's funniest comedians. Mantrise, she's performed in clubs around the world, you guys. Wake up. Get woke.
Yes, wake up.
Wake that up. If you meet her, she guarantees laughs. Who doesn't need that? She loves to make people laugh and has been doing it since 2003. Welcome right over here at Comic Spot over there, and that's kind of like a square. Comedian Mantrise Heron. Hi, welcome to Comic
Hey,
Spot.
turn up, turn up.
Hi, so nice to have you here.
Oh, thank you for having me, Linda.
Oh man, thanks for coming. Are you kidding me? You're a
I
joy.
am so happy. I'm so happy to talk to somebody about comedy. I haven't been able to do comedy in over 90 days. Do you know how that kills a comedian?
I've never gone without something for 90 days. Have you?
No, not
Nothing.
sex, not drugs.
Definitely not rock and roll.
Not rock and roll, baby. How did you know what I was going to say, Linda? Yes. Yes, but this COVID is really it's going on. I have so much material to share with the world because I've been listening to your lovely 45, and he is comedy in itself about this COVID, you know.
Yeah, I disowned him. Kicked him out. He's on his own.
I don't know, Linda. My ends are meeting pretty well since he's been in office.
Oh my gosh. I hate to be political. I can't stand, you know how I spell politics? Poly for many, ticks like fleas. Politics. That's how I spell it.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. Ticks. It's slightly dry. And they're the ones that can actually get blood from a turnip.
Yes.
Believe it or not. You're like, oh my God, they did that?
Yes. Talk to me about you growing up and becoming funny. What's your comedy coming of age story?
Well, Linda, I was born like this. I tell people all the time. And my psychiatrist, when I met my psychiatrist, she said, you were born insane. There's no medication that they make yet to help you. You just need to get out of that job you're in and do comedy full time. But I was back in 2003, they were auditioning for the funniest mom in America. And I went ahead and auditioned for it, and the people loved it. They said, you are hilarious, but you are not made for TV.
What? Why not?
Yeah, because I came up on Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy and things like that. So, and then I'm a lady and that mouth is like a sailor. They thought I was in the Navy. So it's like, no, we don't want her to represent all moms. We know some moms are like her, but not all of
them. What TV channel was that? I'll never watch it again.
Yeah, it was coming on. Look, it was Major Network. It was Major Network, but they needed something really clean. But again, I had just recently started comedy, so I was doing it for the shock value.
Absolutely,
to shock everybody. Like the very first time that I was like, okay, this is it. This is what I'm gonna do. One of the radio DJs, he allowed me to come and do some stand up, because I would call the radio station every day and say that I was one of the DJ's private dancer. They never knew who I was, but I would call every day faithfully. And so somebody had told me about the comedy, and I called him and I asked him if I could come and do some comedy. And he's like, yeah, sure. We've been trying to figure out who you are anyway. And I got there and he said, you got to go first. And I'm like, oh my God. So like, I'm getting ready to die today. Like, I'm getting ready to meet Peter at the gate because I cannot go first.
You hit your, there you are. Okay, I missed you.
I cannot go first. He called me up first. I could not find the stairs. I climbed on the tables. And I said, you have to tell, I said, you have to climb a mountain to tell a joke in this mother, you know. And it's been, God, people are calling my phone.
Are you getting booty calls?
I know it's about something. I don't know if it's the booty.
Oh my gosh.
But,
she's busy in
so,
Chicago.
Only in Chicago. So that's what made, you know, I got up there and the people loved it. It was a great icebreaker, and the rest is history. And I've been doing it ever since. I felt like that's where I was supposed to be. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. And people have been telling me all the time, you should do comedy. I'm like, stand in front of people. No, I can't do that. But turns out that's what I'm supposed to do.
That's amazing.
So I loved it.
And you've gone and done comedy around the world?
I have.
Tell me about that. I'm dying to hear it.
I got hired as the ticket girl.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody called time. I got hired as the ticket girl at the Improv. Open the phone so I call phones. And from the response of the customers, I got the boss. They told the boss, the owner, they said, that lady that you have selling tickets, she needs to be on the stage. Like, you all have her in the wrong place. In 30 days, I got over 3,000 people to come to the club. The night that they let me come in, it was a Thursday night. You could barely get 100 people. And this is with me giving away tickets. You could barely get 100 people in the club on a Thursday night. The night that they told me that I would be opening, I would be doing some comedy, they were going to give me 10 minutes. They said, your guest list, you can have 50 people, and then you can invite everybody else. 450 people showed up. I invited everybody from the grocery store, the liquor store, the candy store at the end of the block. Everybody in the neighborhood showed up. They said, where did all these people come from? I said, you told me to tell everybody. I told everybody. So then they made me a house comic at the Improv. Oh. And that like really kicked it off. So whenever I get a chance, I'm going to LA. I've been to Texas. Like I told you, I was just talking to the guy from Texas. I went to the Dominican. I just did something in the Dominican last year. So I'm just, you know, trying to get my name out there, let people know who I am, because I am truly undiscovered talent, Linda.
Wonderful. I'm so glad you're on here. I want people to hear you.
I'm glad that I met you, Linda. It is so wonderful, and I am so blessed and grateful for the opportunity just to speak with you and make you laugh, because it brings me joy. It brings me joy when I see you laugh, because that means for a little bit of time, you're not worried about the things in life. You're able to get your mind off of that stuff and laugh a little bit. And then I might be going through something that you're going through and make you laugh about that too. So
exactly. So
I use my gift as much as I can.
Yes. So tell us a little bit about yourself off stage. Are you a mother? Are you a wife? Are you single? Who are you off stage?
I am a mom. I was bamboozled into that position. I was drinking heavily. And so I have 3 children now. My oldest is deceased.
I'm sorry.
And he was murdered in Chicago due to the gun violence. So he would have been 26. And then I have a 22-year-old and a 9-year-old Moscato surprise. Yay! No more Moscato.
Oh my gosh. Well, I just want you to know that I'm so sorry you lost a child. I can't imagine what would feel like.
Oh yeah. It's very difficult.
Mhm.
But with
How
God,
long sorry, how long ago was it?
2013.
And what were you going to say? It was a guy?
No, it's very difficult, but with God, I'm getting through it.
That's our only hope, really, when you get down to it. And
Yeah,
sometimes it's hard to have hope in God, but I don't know. You got to keep looking up.
you gotta keep looking up, because if not, you'll be going down.
Yeah. Yeah. One of these days, my white knight's going to come on a horse and I'm going to live in a house with a picket fence. I know it.
You know it.
You
They
know?
read me that book too called Cinderella, Linda. And I
Yeah.
thought it was because the Prince Charming guy, but turns out I was just the help because I was cute
Why
enough.
am I laughing? So not funny. It's so true.
It is hilarious. It's hilarious. My mom would say, "Come here, little Cinderella," and I would say, "Okay, Mom." She'd turn the TV, go give me a cup of water, clean the kitchen up. It's like, wait a minute, hold on.
Did you have a mother that believed in you and told you you could achieve anything?
She told me I could achieve anything. She wouldn't let me do anything. I could anything you put your mind to, baby, you could do it. But
Oh,
so she's pretty cool. I wouldn't trade her in for the world. I have a little sister. It's just me and her, and it was
that's
just
all I have too.
me, you, and your sister.
Well, I have a twin brother, but
Really?
it's an on and off thing. He's my twin, and when my parents divorced, he went with my dad and I went with my mom. So what are the odds we're gonna get along?
Not.
Hi, how you doing, Fred?
Right.
Sorry, it's the truth.
Right. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So it was just us growing up, comedy was in my family. My grandfather's he was a storyteller, and my grandmother's an evangelist. So a lot of fun. Devil and God in the same house.
A storyteller. I want to hear about this. Was he like famous?
No, he just told stories and everybody believed him. Like he would tell everybody he served in the World War and things like that, and people believed that he served, but he didn't serve.
Got it. So he
So
wasn't spoken word or nothing.
Nah, no spoken word. He just told lies. I mean, they sounded good.
That's
he put
funny.
50 on 100. I'm gonna say that.
Oh my gosh.
And it was so funny because when he passed away, we were at the cemetery and having the burial and things, and there was a 21 gun salute. Everybody thought it was for him. But it was the guy getting buried next to us. But it's like Grenade, he took that lie all the way to his grave. That's hilarious.
Oh my gosh. So
Nobody knew that but us.
My dad went through the Holocaust.
Okay.
And he got through it because he lied, cheated, and stole. So he raised me to lie, right?
Okay.
I didn't know it was wrong. I stole and I cheated, and then in college I got caught doing little things, and I was like, "What? This is not okay."
That's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, and so I get it. I was really good at lying. I had it down to a science. So, did the volume go out? Can you hear me? The volume's gone. Can't hear you now.
Can you hear me?
I can now.
Okay.
It's very low. Can you turn it up?
Turn the volume up. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So what has the pandemic taught you about being a better person?
Can you hear me?
It's so low.
No. I was trying to hear you. Your sound went out.
No. Can you hear me now?
Maybe it's my headphones. Take these off. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You're pretty low. Can you hear me? Hi? Now I can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I can hear you too.
I'm gonna let you talk before we end. I'm gonna be quiet so the volume
Right.
stays with you. You talk. What do you want to do after the pandemic? What are your plans?
I'm sorry.
What are your plans after the pandemic?
To go on tour.
Around the
I
country?
am ready to go on tour.
Perfect. So are you going by yourself or with a group as a headliner?
No, hopefully I'll be able to go with some other comics. I am working on some other things. So yeah, hopefully it'll be me, and I'm really working on trying to do, I want to do an Oreo cookie comedy tour.
Nice.
So it'll be like a couple of white people and a couple of black people and somebody in the middle.
Yeah. I like that. That sounds interesting.
Yes.
Have a little bit for everybody.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, so if you were to say in a nutshell what you've learned from the pandemic that's made you a better human or mother, what have you learned from the pandemic?
I have learned that I don't want to stay in the house.
Yes. Yeah.
Just staying in the house sucks. As you know, I haven't been working or anything. I was non-essential on the streets.
Yes.
They didn't need me in the streets. So I had to stay in the house and do online learning with the school. Oh God, that right there. I dropped out of University of Phoenix online. Lord, y'all gonna make me have to do 5th grade online? Jesus. Somebody call somebody. Because it's unacceptable.
Yeah.
So I'm learning how to do fractions again during the pandemic and word problems. It's over. I'm done. I hope we make it to the 6th grade.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I've learned to be comfortable with self during the pandemic though, really.
Yeah, it's been pretty scary, but we're getting through it. So can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you had any family members or friends affected by COVID-19?
Yeah, I had a couple of family members pass away.
So sorry.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
sorry.
unexpectedly. Like they weren't sick or anything at all like that. Like and just here and then gone.
And they probably weren't.
It's crazy. It's and a lot of people out here saying, you know, COVID's not real, the corona's a farce. It's not. It's really not. It's something really serious. And we have to make sure, you know, that we're covering up. And these masks, if these masks don't take us out, God, because putting that mask on is so terrible. It sucks. Do you like the mask, Linda?
No, not at all. It's not sexy. It's not cute. I'm 69 years old. I look bad enough. You cover up half of my face and tell me, I mean,
Linda, you look good for 69.
Thank you. That's almost a compliment. That's my favorite joke when a guy tells me you look good for 69. It's like, what? I just look damn good. Just leave off with the 469.
Yeah.
Speaking of 69, I graduated from high school in 1969, and
Wow, really?
and I'm 69. What a
That is
coincidence.
so crazy.
Crazy. Who'd have ever thought that would happen during a pandemic? Anyway.
That is so cool.
Yeah. So, do you have anything lined up in any city that has opened up yet?
I'm sorry, you said what?
Do you have anything lined up as far as comedy in any city in America
I
yet?
do. Hopefully, if everything goes okay, August the 7th, I should start some things.
Yes.
And then I'll be in LA August the 8th.
I'm close to LA.
12th, I believe.
I'm close to LA.
Yeah, so I'm working on some stuff.
Come to Vegas. I'm in Vegas.
Yes, I need to go to Vegas.
Yes.
They got to get that countdown in Vegas, though. That count kind of high in Vegas.
Yep. So do me a favor. As soon as you have something you want to promote, tell me you want to come on for 5 minutes and promote.
One more time. I don't know why your sound went so low.
I don't know either. Maybe I should pay the bill. So as soon as you have something that is a for sure date that you want to promote to my people, let me know you want to come on for 5 minutes.
Okay, that'll be awesome.
Thank you so much for coming and supporting me, and all the best to you, and just keep on marching.
Yes, Linda. Yes, I love it. And I will definitely be letting everybody know about my wonderful friend, Linda.
Thank you. Send me anybody that wants to get interviewed and exposed. I'm good at exposing people.
Thank you, Linda. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
You betcha.
Be
Thank
blessed.
you. You too. Bye, Mantrise.
Okay.
Mantrise Aaron, everybody. Bye. Comedian Mantrise.
Toodles.
Toodles. Love you.
Everybody's